everyone, welcome back to A Vintage Vanity. So today's video is all about how you get curls using a simple strip of t-shirt fabric. This is great for those of you that are having trouble getting curl in your hair or have massively long hair. I hope you guys really enjoy this look, and let's see how it's done. To do the rag rolls, I just took an old t-shirt and cut 12-inch strips out of it that were approximately 2 inches wide, and I have in total about 21 of them right here. I'm also going to be using a setting lotion. This is Lotta Body, and it's 2 parts water to 1 part Lotta Body. Got my brush handy, and I'm also going to be using a little bit of argan oil. The reason for that is because these are going to be really tight ringlet curls. I want to make sure that I get the best chance of having the smoothest curl, so by putting a little argan oil on each strand, I'll ensure that I'm getting a little bit smoother curl out of the look. And the last item that I have here is a hairnet. Whenever I'm doing a wet set that I'm sleeping in, I always place in a hairnet to make sure that nothing ever gets pulled out during the night. So let's get started. I'm just going to do a basic setting pattern. I'm going to do a deep side part. Even when you're doing a rag curl set, you're going to want to think about setting pattern as well. So I'm just going to be taking the triangle portion of my hair up front here, and we're going to be rolling this under. Now I am taking much larger sections of hair than I would normally do for a foam roller set. Just going to spritz it with my setting lotion. So it's a little bit damp. You don't want to do these too wet. If you're doing this just after washing your hair, you're going to want to make sure the hair is given time to dry and that it's just barely wet when you roll them up, because the same problem you have with foam rollers, you roll them up when they're too wet, they're not going to dry thoroughly throughout the night, especially if you have really long hair or super thick hair. You're going to want to make sure they have plenty of chance to dry. A little bit of my argan oil and on my fingers and just roll it over the hair. Then you're going to take the strip of cloth and you're going to do it about 2/3 of the way down the hair. And now you don't want to do this too tightly, but you're just going to wrap it over the hair and roll. The reason why you're not going to want to do this too tightly is because the tighter you make it, the tighter the curls are going to be, and you don't want the curls to be so super tight that they are unbrushable, if that makes sense. And you just tie it off in a knot like so. Now what I also do is I'm going to take a bobby pin, and I'm actually going to pin one side of it down. Just this kind of keeps it from flopping around. I'm going to do the next row on an angle as well. Sorry, you can probably tell my voice is kind of taking a toll on the cold here. And we're going to do the same thing. Spritz it with the setting lotion, brush through it, a little bit of argan oil on the fingers, run it over the hair. Now this is actually a really great way to start your curl sets, especially if you've been having a problem keeping curl in your hair. I do find these are a little bit easier to manage than pin curl sets, especially when you're starting off, and you're going to get a lot of really great curl out of it. And plus the cost is relatively minimal because it's pretty much the cost of a t-shirt. Now you can do this with paper towels as well, but the problem with that is to me it's not reusable when you do it with paper towels, so why not just use it with cloth that you can use over and over again. And again, pinning that off. The other reasons that you want to start from the middle section or 2/3 of the way through the hair is if you have layers, it's going to make it a lot easier to manipulate around the cloth if you have layers than if you start at the very bottom, which can be a little bit difficult. And you want to make sure that you tuck the ends of the hair in as well. Those sticking out, because if they are sticking out, they are not going to curl, so you're going to have straight ends at the bottom of your curls, which isn't really the look that we're going for. If you're having trouble getting the hair to stay on the rags as you roll them, or your hair is super long, go ahead and take the rag and just tie it onto the hair like so, and then slide it down to just about the end of the hair. Then you can tuck those ends around the knot and roll it up. You know, I find that's a little bit easier, especially on the back of the hair. And you're just going to roll those up to the base of the neck here. So just keep rolling. And I actually only used 12 of the rags to roll up my hair. And now I'm just going to take my hairnet and place that over the hair. And as you can tell, this is going to be super easy to sleep on. Alright, so it is off to bed with me, and I will see you in the morning. Alright, so now let's go ahead and unroll these. And there we go, we have our curls. So like with any curls, you're just going to run your fingers through them and break them up, and it is going to go absolutely frizzy and big. Grab your favorite brush and just begin brushing through the hair. So now I'm just going to take a little of my Short Sexy Hairs Control Maniac, and then I'm going to smooth that over the hair. One thing I've noticed about rag rolls is you don't have as much control over the curl as you do with, say, foam rollers or pin curl sets, because with those you can very much place them to determine how exactly your curl is going to come out. With rag rolls, it's more of an all-over curl, which is why I really like rag rolls for really long hair or hair that has trouble keeping curls. It's just going to give you some general ringlets all about the head. Okay, and then I'm just going to section off that top portion there, bang area, and I'm going to back comb right at the base. Give that a little spritz. And then brush the outside so it's nice and smooth. I do brush a little bit of the underside just so you can't see a little bit any of that ratting underneath there, that ratty back combing. Now I'm just going to take that and wrap it around my fingers and then right to the base of the hairline. I'm going to take a bobby pin and place it right at the base where my fingers are. And I'm going to do that from the front here and also from the back here as well. And you do want to make sure to crisscross the bobby pins over each other so that they stay in place. Then I'm just going to take the hair and kind of accordion it down to the head. Now, it did take me a bit of brushing to get it to the smooth curls that I like. So don't give up on it if it feels like it's not going your way. Just keep on brushing, just like with a foam roller set. Alright, and once it's down to where I like, I'm just going to place in a bobby pin. That way it'll keep it right where it's supposed to. That is our look using the rag roll method. I hope you guys really enjoyed this, and if you try this method out or have tried it out in the past, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it in the comment section below. Now, you probably are wondering, do I like this better than foam rollers? Actually, I do not. I still prefer foam rollers or pin curls because it gives me more control over how the curl's going to lay once I'm all done with it. I do think rag rolls are great for extremely long hair or hair that has a hard time keeping curl, and if you have a hard time sleeping in curls, it's a great way to do an overnight wet set. As always, I love hearing from you guys, so in the comment section below, let me know what you thought of today's look, and as well if you've used these in the past. And an easy way to let me know you like the video is to click the thumbs up. And if you're just not quite ready to say goodbye, go ahead and check out any of my other videos. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon.